Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Ammar, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we are absolutely thrilled to be joined by Jonas Roeser, co-founder and CEO of Agent Review, a digital platform transforming how consumers connect with and evaluate insurance agents and advisors. With a deep-rooted background in insurance marketing, brand development, and digital transformation, Jonas has built Agent Review into a trusted third-party review site dedicated to increasing transparency in the insurance industry. Jonas,
Love
welcome.
it. Great intro. Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah,
Welcome, and I'm excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
I always like to start from the beginning. So
Yeah.
take me on a little trip down memory lane to before you started Agent Review.
Okay.
What were you doing at the time? And then what was the motivation behind starting it?
Yeah. So my biggest challenge at the time was when wasn't a challenge and a motivation. Let me go back memory lane. So I got into the insurance business as a marketer,
Okay.
coming out of the action sports industry, right? So big transition, right? Going from sexy action sports to insurance. But
Yeah.
what it was is I met this gentleman. His name is Cameron Truesdale, and he had this huge background in developing an agency around one particular insurance, long-term care insurance. And it's a huge thing in the nation with 12,000 baby boomers every day coming of age and needing to know about this and realizing that Medicare doesn't pay for it, right? You need to have a policy in place. And what really buys that is your health, right? It's not your money. If you don't health qualify, you can't get it, right? And then you just start spending 60 to 100 plus $1,000 a year on taking care of yourself. Long story short, remember this is 2003. So at this time, insurance agents didn't have their own logos, their own brands, their own websites like they have now, like a real estate agent does, a financial advisor. They worked for a big company, they had their business card and the materials they had, and that was it. And he
Mm,
said, listen, I've looked at your ads when you're in magazines and stuff, and it's all about you. I want to do the same thing for insurance agents
mm.
because translation, even one more level of memory lane, I was a professional snowboarder and then transferred
Okay.
into marketing. Yeah. So
Very cool.
I turned pro at the US Open. In my mind, I was always going to be in this action sports oriented scenery.
Yep.
But I'm talking to a guy that just sold his business for $88 million, and he's saying, I want you to work for me. That sounded pretty sexy. So,
Hard to say no to
so
that.
here we go.
Yeah.
So I become one of the first major players as far as a marketing head there, and I ran the marketing as the CMO. So I got to work with insurance agents. I developed these various platforms there. 10 years later, my last block of shares vested, and I wanted to try something new. So I left the partnership, which I helped co-found. And at the same time, I went off and became like the CMO for hire for a bunch of different agencies, billing out myself as an expert. The money was insane, but there's only so many of me and so many hours in a work week and et cetera. And when you start billing multiple agencies $100,000 or more a year, they start saying, I should have you in house, right? So I said, how else can I take my brand, meaning my personal brand? Because by this time I had won the first John Hancock Bright Idea Award. I won a Pixie Award, which is Xerox's International Marketing Award, a bunch of awards. So I had this brand. How do I keep building on this momentum, my own branding, as well as my skill set and connection with agents? The other co-founder in Agent Review, his name's Harley Gordon. He called me and said, hey, I need you to work with my brand. I'm coming to your office in Seattle, and we're going to
Yeah.
sit down, and by the end of the day, we're going to come up with something. We married what he had. He had a designation that's a subscription model for training on an element in insurance. And I looked at, he had 22,000 people that went through his course that pay him every year to stay relevant. We realized you need to have reviews to be credible in line today. And this is
Mm,
10 years ago, which is even more
yeah.
now than ever with AI. So we came up with the idea, and what we really feel is like the big value add that we have is the third party verification.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of review sites out there, as simple as Google reviews, but there's
Yeah.
friction for the consumer. Google reviews, you can't leave a review unless you have a Gmail. Consumers are gonna not jump in to leave a review for an agent they may buy one product from ever.
Yeah.
But more
Well,
importantly, reviews are the food that all AI platforms are driving off of human sentiment, performance ratings. So we came up with this idea of having a third party verify these credentials of insurance agents, such as their license, their CE credits, who they're appointed with, any complaints against the Department of DOI. We made a brand around that called the verified agent. And we offer that as our top tier, which is only $250 a year. It's like less than 70 cents a day to
wow.
have this top tier listing on our site that's known as a consumer matchmaking site for insurance agents to consumers. It's an educational portal for the media. We're starting to get more and more backlinks and references from media. So long story short is I swore I'd never work with insurance agents again when I got out of working with the agency, and I decided now that my client is every single one of them in the US. So I went complete reversal, but I found a way to take what I learned and who I made from my brand and leverage it with something that my industry needs and society needs, and that makes me happy. We support consumer media by giving them a what they've been calling Switzerland. It's a neutral place
Yeah.
to leave as a resource in any broadcast or article because we don't quote insurance. We don't have any insurance branding on there. We're just putting them in touch with the best local agent. We give a way for insurance agents to be more credible, more visible. And for the consumer, we give them a trusted site, right? They can find who they like, they can contact them, they can then work from a quote there versus putting their information into a site that's probably going to sell it or push it out to a bunch of quoting vehicles. And within seconds, they're going to be pounded with a bunch of calls.
Yeah. That's powerful. So it's already live right now. I'm
Yep.
on the website agentreview.net. People can go there. They can sign up as an agent or as an agency. And,
Yep.
and then obviously consumers can also go there to find
Yep.
agents.
Yep.
Curious, when did you, where did you feel like there was a need for this?
We started this in 2013, to be candid, right? We got live in 2015, and then we had to put a pin in it literally a year later. So what you're looking at now is Agent Review 2.0 built with AI, which
Cool.
went live about 4 months ago, right? And we're at the end of this is August 2025. So what I can tell you in this 4 months, we put on 32,000 agents. Now, from an agent
Wow.
standpoint, we have a free subscription, right? Because I'm trying to help the consumer too. So I'm not helping the consumer if I can't get as many agents on there as possible, right? So we have a free subscription. We have a $50 a year and a $250 a year. But if you think about how many agents have been put on this site, and again, to the consumer, what we need to give to them is a national footprint of agents that are found from any consumer searching any zip. It's maybe not the best business model to have a free section, but it works to come back and show these agents what they get for if they upgrade their subscription. But this way, I'm also a free resource to the consumer and to the insurance media again. So I'm trying to balance the middle act. But at the end of the day, right now, there is another platform that offers a third party verification service on a monthly basis. So the comfort level a consumer has working with a verified agent from Agent Review, whose insurance credentials are butted up against data from the Department of Insurance every month, it's a great thing.
100%. I'm curious. You mentioned there's with other review sites, there's more friction. Like you need to have
Yeah.
email for Google. How does it work for agent review for somebody to leave a review?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, right? So I think the easiest part, it's easy on both ends. So every agent, they have their own profile. And with the profile, they'll log into our portal and update and change pictures and so on. And then there's a review management section where every single agent has a personalized review link that empowers a consumer to leave a written review. And then they can also use tools that are right in their review. They can write the review and like, I don't like it. I'm going to hit enhance with AI and it modifies the review for the consumer. So for the consumer, it doesn't like maybe doesn't even know how to write a review, can just ask it to do it too. But at the end of the day, it's that frictionless dedicated link per agent, right? Because now this agent could put that in their email signature. Leave me a review at Agent Review. They can send it with every policy delivery. Here's your policy. Looking forward to supporting you as your agent. By the way, could you leave me a review at this link? It's very simple. It provides a 5-digit code like we're all used to getting when you sign up for something, you enter the code to verify it, and that's it. They don't have to have a Gmail. They don't need to subscribe to Agent Review. They just get to leave the review.
Yeah.
So it's really
Yeah.
frictionless, so to say. And you get to leave a video testimonial too, which is really unique with a special link that we have.
Interesting. Do you mind if I play devil advocate? Devil's advocate.
100%.
What if I don't like a particular agent? I've never worked with them, but I go and I just leave them a bad review saying horrible service, blah, 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 blah.
How do I manage that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So reviews don't go live. Negative reviews don't go live for 36 hours. So we
Mm,
have AI in place that scans for profanity, any kind of negative tone or sentiment. We immediately get that, we flag it, we read it, then goes to the insurance agent. Because a lot of times what we've dealt with is this, and it's not fair to the agent. Someone leaves a negative review because they didn't get life insurance, and they didn't get life insurance because they have cancer.
yeah,
So
it's
no
not
insurance
the
company's
agent
going
at
to give it
all.
to them,
It's not up to
right?
the agent.
So it's not up to the agent. They delivered bad news. They shouldn't get the bad review. And consumers think if I keep filling out all these different quote forms, someone's eventually going to give it to me. They're going to want my money. They don't.
Yeah.
Not if you've already been diagnosed with something like that. Now, that being said, and again, certain kinds of cancers, I'm not talking about, just giving a general reality of sometimes how reviews don't support the agent and it's not their fault. Now, if a consumer leaves a review, which we've had before, where an insurance agent stole their grandmother's silver when they went out to get their checkbook to write them a check for a premium, we're leaving that. So the reality is, we're a review site that tries to follow all the protocols that any other major review site does. But given insurance is a little unique, we're not we're not to rush negative reviews. We're here to play both sides. The insurance agent is our client. We understand when they sign up that, we're listing negative reviews. Now, they do have the opportunity where on our site, insurance agents can pick the order of their reviews. Now, I like to say that this is so they can put their very best one up top. Some agents like to put their very worst one at the bottom. But whichever way, and again, everyone gets bad reviews, right? I don't want to talk about any particular one insurance agency, but or one insurance carrier, but I can think of one that's over 100 years old that everyone knows the name to. There's 87,000 bad reviews going against them right now. It's just economy of scale of doing business, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So someone
Especially
doesn't like a rate
you know?
increase. Someone doesn't like that they don't carry this anymore. It doesn't matter, but they can figure out a bad way to talk about it.
I
You
think
know,
that's part of being in the game, like you said. Once you get to a certain level, once you get to a certain scale,
yeah,
not everybody will be happy with you. That's just the case. Just the
yeah.
way it is.
I personally, sure, could I live without Amazon? Sure. Do I use it every single week? 100%. Could I
Yeah,
have left a bad review because something I really needed today and they said it was going to be here today isn't showing up till tomorrow? Sure, but who's that going to serve? Things happen. The world has a bunch of third-party support. It's just the way it is, right?
100%. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that I bought, this is a stupid story, but I bought a rebounder, like a mini trampoline for my office. And
What's going on in your office?
yo, do the research. Apparently, it's
Okay.
so good for like energy and just, it's actually like a really
All
good thing. But
right.
I bought it. I was super excited. It was gonna come tomorrow, and then it comes, and then it's missing a critical piece. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Then I have to go through the whole ordeal. I messaged them back and forth, and I end up getting it in 2 weeks. So I end up getting it, but I'm like, I waited 2 weeks
Yeah.
too much. I'm not gonna leave a bad review for that. But
Yeah, I still have a Father's Day gift for my father that hasn't shown up yet. And it's August now, right?
wow,
They're like,
that's
it will be a week late. And I ordered a book for him and it's still not there. I'm like, I think I might as well just cancel it by now.
yeah,
You ordered him two, he got one. He probably doesn't care about the second one. He's gonna laugh when he listens to
yeah,
this. It's like stuff happens, right? It's somewhat out of your preview, but at the same time, I feel that we're delivering a superior product at a very low cost. One reason people say, why is it so low, right? Like what, $250 a year, and I get a personalized press release the minute I get verified. I get this monthly verification every month. I have it low because I need a critical mass of insurance agents to sign up today. writing a national footprint in order to turn on consumer awareness marketing to let consumers know to go to agent review. If I dropped seven figures on driving traffic there right now, I'm going to have states that don't have certain agents in it, or not the right agents for auto insurance or long-term care insurance or health insurance. We support the 11 core insurances that most consumers buy. I need to have
Mhm.
agents that represent all of those nationwide. So the idea was get the people on there as quick as I can by a free subscription and a very low cost. And then I can come back later and we can add some more features that can add a few more costs and cover a few more things. But right now, it's a chicken or egg for me. And my clients are the agents, and I need to get as many there as possible, whether they're paying or not. It's that simple.
What is that go-to-market strategy to bring more people in? Are you doing like any paid ads campaigns? What's the idea there?
Yeah, so we're just starting. Summer months is when I told you we're doing this podcast in August. I don't know when everyone's going to listen to it or how often they're going to listen to it, but summer's a horrible time to get in front of insurance agents because they're taking vacation too, and so everyone they're trying to talk to sell product to taking vacation.
Yeah.
So we have a very aggressive marketing campaign that's starting in September.
Hmm.
So I'm focused on two segments. I'm focused on the 32,000 I have on my site, upgrading them to our highest level. And I'm focused on the 88,000 insurance agents that are on LinkedIn. It's a
Mm,
small number when you think of the over 2 million that are out there.
crazy.
But these are 88,000 that feel they have to be there for the reputation, right?
Yeah.
Agent reviews are a reputation management platform if you really think about it, right? It's managing your reviews, it's managing your online visibility.
Yeah.
Anyone knows that you're not getting a consumer lead from LinkedIn. Like we're friends on LinkedIn now, right? We're there, we're connected. It's peer to peer, helps grow your business
Yep.
for a peer to peer thing, but it isn't a consumer thing. But if I sold all 88,000 a $250 a year membership, it's 22 million a year just from LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So you really take this to the next level. We're aiming to be $100 million company very quickly.
What do you feel like are the biggest challenges you're facing right now? What are you looking for the most help with?
When you're growing, you always need capital and you always need great talent.
Yeah.
And great talent comes at a great capital expense. So right now, my challenge, it isn't from connecting with the right people, it's closing the right people in the summer months, but I'm raising a little bit of capital. I'm trying to get the right people in at a price that I can afford. But I think that's with any business, right? Like you grow, you need money. I'm trying to do it without giving away too much equity. It's a balancing scale. It's we have a lot of, let's say, I don't want to say startup, but a lot of company pains behind us. We don't have much debt. A lot of stuff is automated. We have great shareholders that are support partners for us. My two main ones is a company called RevScale. They're our developers. They developed Agent Review for us. It's phenomenal dev shop based out of Florida. They own 2% of the business. And then I have an amazing business partner, Target Leads owners, Richard Buffkin. So another company that's been involved in lead generation and insurance for since the 80s. And he owns 2%. So between those two people, I have customer service, I have development at a fraction of the cost, and I got good strong thought leaders to help me make sure our decisions I'm making are on par. I don't have a lot of troubles or challenges. I wish there's a few more hours in the day, maybe a few more bucks in the bank right now, but at the end of the day, we're growing every month over month, week over week. Sometimes steady growth like this is solid, right? And I'm not
Yes.
making decisions that are rash, like giving too much of the company away too quickly, because I would rather take a year or two longer to grow than giving 10% away of something that's going to be worth eight, nine figures one day. That's not worth it.
I'm excited to see Agent Review in a Super Bowl ad one day. That's
Hey, I am too. And I'm a big person about manifesting things to happen. And in my past, I ran an awareness campaign called the 3 and 4 Need More.
mm,
And I raised millions of dollars from insurance carriers to do this national awareness campaign. And over 11 weeks, we're on 33 morning shows we launched from Times Square and we're covered by Fox and Friends Live. And I manifested Prudential giving us their billboard, the famous billboard where the ball drops, and they did. In my mind, anything can happen with the right partners, the right opportunity. And to me, it's not luck, it's about timing. And I think our timing is perfect. We've rebuilt our platform with AI. And I don't know where we're leaving off, but with consumers using AI platforms to look for their local agent now, people aren't going to Google.
No.
They're finding that ChatGPT or Perplexity or any of these other AI platforms is just they're finding companies that have or products or services that have more reviews or easier to find because of the deep dive of AI that if you don't have reviews built, and today's reviews are tomorrow's leads, right? So the timing for us for helping insurance agents and being critical with reviews being food basically for any AI engine. It's maybe it's dumb luck, maybe it's just what it is, but for me, it's serendipitous.
It
We're at
is.
a critical time.
1000%. I was literally talking to a business owner earlier today. It was a PPC agency, and he
Yep,
said that one of his customers found him using Grok. And
yep,
it's because he's on as many sites as he possibly can. And you're giving them a verified third-party trusted source that's going to be trusted by the LLMs and
yep,
is going to increase it's just a no-brainer in my eye.
yep,
I
yep,
have one question for you
yep,
before we wrap up. You mentioned you're a big fan of manifestation, and I am too.
yep.
What advice would you have to people that want to manifest something specific in their life? They want to manifest maybe more abundance, more clients, a bigger business. What would you say there? I know it's such a big topic. I know.
It's a big topic. I don't know. I've done it my whole life. I'd like to think I've been fairly successful at my manifestation of a number of things. I just go after it. I go after it and I look at what needs to be achieved and I break it up into segments. And to me, part of making things happen is dealing with the bad days and the good days, right? Some days your feet hit the ground out of bed and it's amazing and you push things forward a lot. Some weeks, nothing happens and you need to prepare for those weeks. And for me, a lot of it is making myself feel like I'm getting traction, I'm winning week over week. And I've had incredible support in the past, whether it was a wife or a fiance or a girlfriend or something along those lines that helped me stay focused or stayed on my journey. And they're like my muse or my personal cheerleader, right? Because you need that in your life sometimes. Maybe it's your best friend,
Yeah.
but sometimes you need to be able to find that on your own. And I think it's finding things that you can accomplish week over week within that big goal that say, hey, this is doable. Because then you start looking back at where you've come. And now you've gone not a mile, but you've gone 10 miles and 90 more to go type of thing. As I mentioned, when I was a kid, all I wanted to be was a sponsored skateboarder. I wanted a free skateboard every month. I got to that point. Then all of a sudden I was a sponsored snowboarder. Then it was free snowboard stuff. Then I had this huge goal of getting paid to snowboard. Accomplish that, right? And so a lot of it was what do I need to do to better myself? How can I communicate better? How can I make my skill better? How do I marriage the two? Because at the end of the day, I wasn't the best snowboarder out there, but I was making more money than a lot of people that were better than I was. But I always showed up on time. I knew how to talk to distributors. I knew how to talk to business owners. I knew what tricks would get into magazines because what they were trying to show, I'd listen, I'd look at the shot list, right? We need a shot at the bottom of this board. I'm not going to spin that. I'm going to make sure I do a shot that shows the board. Basic stuff like that helps you get ahead, listening and asking people, how can I be value to you? Figuring how your business can help grow theirs. Sometimes even just asking people for help. It's pretty, when you're vulnerable to other thought leaders and business owners and say, your help can really help me. And you find out most of them want to help you.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. The best way or the best place for agents and for consumers to go is agentreview.net.
Yep.
What is
Well,
the best
I
way?
think the best place for an agent to go right now, I'm going to be transparent, maybe not the best for a consumer because I might not have an agent in their zip code.
Fair
But
enough.
you know what? I'd love for them to go there anyways, and eventually we'll have someone there.
And what is the best way for people to reach out to you, whether that's investors or people that just want to chat?
Hey, my email is Jonas, Jonas, at agentreview.net. I'm on LinkedIn as well. Hell, here's my mobile number, 206-245-4960. Happy to hear from you. It may take me a day or so to get back to you, but I'm happy to hear from you, whether you're an agent, you're an investor, if you're a consumer and you're missing something that I'm missing or no site has, I'd love to hear from you. No question is too big, and we're here to serve.
Awesome. Jonas, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anytime. So that wraps up another insightful episode of Founders Future. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to go to agentreview.net. And also, don't forget to subscribe to Founders Future wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or an agency owner, and you're really looking to scale your business and you want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to discover how we can support your growth journey. Until then, keep on climbing.